Hey, and welcome back to day 3. So today we're going to take what we were talking about with algebra tiles and area and expand on that to create equivalent expressions. So I already have the title on my page to try to save a little bit of time, but on page 76, which is just right next to the page we created yesterday, go ahead and create a heading and title it Creating Equivalent Expressions. And I just abbreviated because I ran out of room. So, real fast, if you need to pause at any point, please do so you can get your notes caught up. So, let's talk about equivalent real fast. So, equivalent in math means the same or similar. Okay? So, I can say that 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is the same as 4. So this is the same as this, okay? Likewise, I could do x plus x plus x is the same as 3x, okay? So we're talking about that idea. So that's equivalent, the same or similar. So now let's talk about the difference between expression and equation. Expression is the number sentence containing variables. But it doesn't have the answer. So it doesn't have the quotient, the dividend, dividend, addend, or subtrahend. Okay, so without an answer. So we'll just say answer for the short way. Okay, so an example of that, I guess I should label that as example. So an example of that would be 3x squared plus 2x plus 7, okay? So there's no answer on this because we don't know what x equals. So an equation is slightly different than that. An equation is a number sentence with or without variables. It could have one or both, and an answer. Okay, so my example for this would be I could have 3 plus 7 equals 10. Or I could have something like this where it's 3 plus x equals 10. Because I can now figure out what x equals. So it has it has all of the information I need to find the variable. Here, in my expression, I can't find the answer without knowing what the variable stands for. So that's just a little bit of what is the difference between expression and equation, okay? So what we're doing today is we're going to really focus in on the expression part, equivalent expressions. So the last thing I want to talk about is combining like terms. So, sorry, this is a little more vocabulary today. Combining like terms. So that's when you put together all algebra tiles that represent the same amount. Okay, so that would be like if I had an equation that said I have x squared plus 2x plus 2x squared plus 5 plus x. Okay, now I'm combining like terms, so I'm going to put together the things that need to go together. So I'm going to underline some things in different colors. That way I can have them all together, because I want to combine the things that are all the same algebra tiles representing the same amount. So I'm going to maybe box or highlight all the x squared. Okay, and I'm going to count up how many I have. Well, this is 1. Even though there's not a 1 next to it, I can imagine that there's a 1 next to it. So this is 1, 2, 3x squared. Okay, and now I'm going to do my x's, my x tiles. So I have x there and I have 1 here. Again, this is equal to 1x, so I'm going to start there. 1x, 2, 3. So I have 3x. And now I'm going to circle or box all the just regular numerals without any x's attached, and I only have 1. So now I have 5x. And because my operations are adding each time, I'm going to just have that plus there. Because I don't know what x equals, it's just a straight up expression. So I'm combining the like terms to create an expression here, okay? All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull just several algebra tiles together. Oops. And we're going to do some of this. Okay, so I'm going to kind of just create this drawing here. Sorry. So kind of how we saw it, because I really want to demonstrate creating, combining like terms. So I had 1 there, I had 1 there, and I had 1 there. Okay, and then I had those. Okay, so I'm gonna, first off, just like I did with my last video, I need to make sure I'm labeling these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color coordinate like I did up here, okay? So I'm gonna do my x squared in red, and I'm gonna find my blue and do my x's. X, X, X. Okay, and now I'm going to take my green and I'm going to do my 1 tiles. 1, 1, 1. Now, I want to show you what it looks like completely, and then we're going to talk about combining like terms. So I'm going to take all of my things and I'm going to just kind of create one long sentence. And I'm going to make sure I'm adding all of these because they are all positive numbers, okay? So get your pens ready. If you want to do color coding, if you don't, you can just write it in regular pencil, however you want to do it, okay? So I'm going to just start left and go this way. So first one I come across is x squared. Next thing I have, I'm going to just do that 1 tile. Then I come across that x tile. And then I'm going to do my other 1 tile. And then we'll do that x tile there. Oops, I lost track of my black. That's okay. And I'm going to do that last 1 tile in there. Then I have that other x tile. And then I have my last x squared tile. Okay, so I'm just being OCD here. You guys know me. I'm going to go over that back with black because I really want to show that that's not color coded. So now I'm going to kind of combine these like terms. So I'm going to start with my red and I'm going to take my x squared and I'm going to put them together. So how many x squared tiles do I have all together? And I should have 1, 2. So I have 2x squared. If I take my x tiles and look at them like this, I'm going to put them all together now, I have how many x tiles? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have those 3 x tiles. Okay, and now I'm going to take my 1 tiles and I'm going to put them all together. And how many do I have now? 3. So I'm going to write 3 here. So I have now created, I'm going to add that plus sign in because it's still adding. Now I have created an equivalent expression by combining like terms. So I took a separate picture and if you even want to create the smush down one, you can. I just didn't leave enough space for myself. It's my short-sightedness there. Then you can easily see that this, which is all this spread out, is the same as this. Okay, put together. So that is how we combine like terms. So if you hear me saying that, I'm combining like terms. I'm adding all the x squared together. All the x squared went together. All the x's went together. And all the 1's went together to create an equivalent expression. So this expression is the same as this expression. Okay, we're going to do some more practice problems tomorrow. All you needed to do today was take some notes, and we'll come back tomorrow, practice, and do a quick check-in form, and you guys are done with creating equivalent expressions. All right, happy Wednesday. Take care. See you tomorrow.